It's very squeaky, this thing.
Yeah. Mine isn't.
We just spilled the water. Hi guys, I have a special guest today with me. For those of you guys don't know, my name is Lauren Hahn and I am a performer at Disneyland. And here is Cheyenne
Isabel. I'm also a performer at Disneyland.
So yeah, I just wanted to bring her in and we can talk about our experiences at the auditions for Disneyland and maybe answer some of the top questions that I get. But yeah. So the first question that I get asked a lot is, how did you get involved with Disney? Like, how did you find the audition for Disney and whatnot? Like, do you get that question a lot?
Yeah. I get it a lot, and like, it's really easy. You just, what's that website called?
I think it's like Disney Auditions or something like that.
.com. Yeah, you just go on there and that's how I found.
Maybe I'll have it up here. Or in the link down below. I habitually check the Disney website or like Universal to see if they have any open calls, auditions or something like that. And then one time I just saw a posting for like vocalists and I was like, that's perfect, like that's what I do. And
yeah, I was the same way. I'm from the Bay Area, so I was out there and I did theater out there. I've always wanted to work at Disney and I was like, oh, I'll just check the website, you know, see what's happening. And the vocalist audition came up and I was like, okay, Mom, I'm going next week to the vocalist audition. And
from Bay to California, Southern California.
Yeah, so from Northern to Southern.
Yeah.
That's actually where we met. In line at the first audition.
You know how like they say, oh, you gotta make friends at Disneyland or Disney auditions and stuff like that. I watched a ton of YouTube videos before like going to the auditions.
I did too.
There weren't that many videos for like vocalists.
Yeah, it was mostly for like face characters.
Yeah, and which I have done before. Like I've done the face character auditions. That's really different than just vocalists. Yeah, these videos say like, oh, you gotta make friends, you gotta be smiling all the time and like blah blah blah, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, it looks so fake. Yeah. And like, I don't want to, I don't know, be a fake friend. But so I was kind of in my own world and I wasn't gonna like make a lot of friends. I don't know. Yeah.
No, I felt the same way. I'm usually really quiet at auditions.
And I'm shy.
Yeah,
you know, like, and I'm focused, I'm nervous. And so the last thing I want is like someone chirping going like, hey, how are you doing? What's your name? But I saw her in front of me and I was like, there was like a light shining behind her face. And it was like, I was like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. And she's like got that like charm, like this little thing. I don't know how to explain it. It's like got that, I don't know, shy coyness.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, she is so cute. And so we started talking. I think someone behind us started talking.
Or yeah, she was in front of me and she was like talking, and then you had asked, oh, have you guys ever been to like an audition?
Face character.
Yeah, and then I was like, no. And then that's how we like started talking, and then we went inside and they put us in like a room. Remember, they put us in like this big room and we were like lined up around the whole room. Like all of us were just on the wall.
Keep in mind there was like 300 people or something like that.
Like 300 girls.
It was intimidating.
Yeah, and then they like gave us all numbers and then each one was like, okay, you're gonna come back at this time. You're gonna come back at this time. I think our times were near each other, weren't they? Yeah,
because like, we were right in front of each other. So this kind of answers like my second most asked question, which is, how was the audition process like? So yeah, lots of big people.
Yeah, lots of girls.
We got the numbers and then it was like maybe like an hour or so later that our turn was gonna be up. So we were just kind of chilling in the big, like small room. And then we were right next to each other and I kind of just like, we were like talking back and forth about like, she was asking me what song she should do and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't think I can be helpful, but I'll be her moral support.
I remember didn't I forget like my music or something like that? I had to go print it out. And I was like, well, thank God that I have like to come back at a certain time. And then I went and printed out my music. Yeah. And then we got back and they were like, okay, we're only going to be doing like literally like 8 bars, right? It wasn't even it was like the full 16. So it was like the last like little bit of your song. Not even 30 seconds, it was like 15 seconds.
So we had to prepare 2 songs, 2 contrasting songs, right? So One was poppy, one was more musical theater for me.
Yeah.
And
Mine were both musical theater, but one was like a more modern musical theater, and then the other one was more like upbeat, like princessy musical theater.
When you enter the room with like the judge, there was only one judge for me, and then another one was like a pianist. So this is very standard, like theatrical audition. Like this is, we're not like spilling any secrets, because this is literally what all of the like musical theater auditions are like. Most of them, like just a judge, piano, and you do your thing and you leave. But for me, I was like, oh, we would like you to go to this room, the next room. And I was like, oh, this is a good sign. So I go to the next one, and then I do my thing again, and then they gave me like a green slip.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got called back.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, that's it. Like, I'm so happy. Like, I don't need anything more.
Same thing happened for me. I went into one of the rooms, and then they were like, okay, go to this room. And then did it there, and then I got the same thing.
I just remembered. So she went before me, and then I saw her coming out with like you were so like humble and modest, and you didn't show the green slip.
I didn't?
Or something like that.
I don't remember.
And I just said, how'd you do? And you were like, yeah. And then you went. And then I was like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. Like, I hope I can be that person too.
And you did. And then we saw each other at the next. So then the next one was like a week later. They gave us material, right? They had given us the material for each character that we were there for. And yeah. And then did it there.
My breath. Boiling crab,
Boiling crab. Whole shebang, mild.
The other happiest place on earth.
Yes.
Yeah, we were there, and she was there in front of me, and then we were just like pumping each other up. We're like, we got this. Like, I was so nervous, but I was like, oh, I hope I get it. Like, I hope she gets it. And then she comes out, and she's like, I gotta go back.
Yeah.
And then I go in, and I didn't hear anything. I didn't get anything. And I was like so heartbroken, but I was like, oh, you know what? Like, that was a good experience. Like, I would be happy just getting like a call back, you know? It's hard to get into these things, and for me to get even a call back like once,
huge. Yeah, it's really big.
Yeah. And so I would have been grateful just right there. What kills me about this audition process for me personally was like, it lasted 5 months.
For you, yeah.
For me, it was longer than you.
Yes, because mine, they had given me a call back, and then I went back the next week.
Right.
And
oh yeah, right.
That time I did the same. It was pretty much the same thing, but it was for more people, like for the director and everything like that.
Right.
And then they had a dance audition as well for it, to see if you can move. It wasn't really a dance. It was like, oh, step together, clap. Yeah. Stuff like that. So it was really easy.
Yeah.
But we did that, and then it was like, okay, that's all we need, thank you. And I was like, so when are we gonna find out? Like, I didn't find out until 2 weeks later. I got a call.
How long was the process for you total? Like, it was January, and then
I found out, I think maybe end of February.
Holy crap, that's so...
Did I? Maybe like mid-March.
Yeah, that's...
Because, yeah, mid-March.
I found out in the middle of May.
She found out really late, I remember, because then she messaged me on Instagram. This was like before.
Oh, right, and I was like, you know, like, I'm so...
Because you had asked me, and I told you, and then you were like, oh, I'm so happy for you. Yeah. And then you ended up messaging me and was like, hey, I have another audition.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what? And then you had told me that you had gotten it.
Yeah, for me, my experience was that audition, callback at the same time. She did her own thing, moved really fast. I, on the other hand, didn't hear anything during the callback, because the guy was like, oh, you find out inside. And I was like, oh, I didn't get it. So I was like, I moved on, but I still felt hopeful. And my friend was like, don't give up, blah, blah, blah. And I was just waiting. It was like a waiting game for another month until I found out, like, they were like, hey, we want you back for a callback. And I was like, die! And then I go there and do my thing, and I didn't hear anything. They were just like, thank you, that was very good. And then I was like, is that it? Yeah. I literally said, are we done? Yeah. She's like, yeah, that's it.
And you're just like...
And I didn't hear anything for a month. I know, I think either they were indecisive about me or indecisive about like if they needed another character, but I don't know what the reason was. Some people just got it faster than the others, so I just...
Yeah, I think Disney definitely has their, like, okay, we need these people at this time. Oh, wait, never mind. We do need these people. Oh, wait. They're very indecisive with everything. So, honestly, when you go into an audition like this, you never know what they're looking for. Seriously. Unless, usually they never tell you. I met one of the guys that's in our show, and I ended up messaging him. And I was like, hey, how long does it usually take to... I messaged the guy and I was like, how long does it usually take? Because he had already worked at Disney. Oh, okay. So I was like, how long does it usually take to hear back? And he was like, usually like 2 to 4 weeks.
See? 2 to 4 weeks. In the meantime, you're like,
hello? Did I get it?
Hello?
Because it's also, it's like, you have other opportunities usually. If you're in the theater business, you're also auditioning for other things. And so you're like, well, am I going to take this role? Am I going to do this? Or should I be waiting, you know?
But yeah, so maybe like we could talk about some tips.
Anyway, I don't care what you're gonna say because you are ugly. Anyway, whatever.
Is that a real song you just made up?
Yeah.
I would say like for the audition itself, arrive way before your time because I thought I was early. Audition time was like at
9 or something.
9 or something 10. Ridiculous. And then I was there, I think around 7:30 or 8.
Same. We both got there.
I
like
could not
7.
wake up.
Yeah.
I woke up at like 6 or 5 or something, and I still had to warm up. Like,
well, a lot of the times, like I think on the thing it said do not arrive before a certain time.
Yeah.
Arrive before it.
Yeah.
Do not listen to the thing. It's like some people, like, you could listen, but at the same time, you'll be waiting for days.
Yeah, if, like, the call time is at 10 and they're like, don't come before, like, an hour and a half, people will come there at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, they'll be there waiting.
6 a.m. I mean, and camping out.
Yeah.
Full on makeup, dress cute, and...
Oh, look-wise, yes.
Yeah.
You want to look presentable. Also, one of my friends had taught me, she said to keep your hair out of your face because they want to see your face.
Yes.
So do half up, half down. Do like something, but also keep it like classy. And makeup wise, I would suggest do it natural as possible. Don't do lashes. Don't do all the glam. You want to do it as natural. Did you really? But you have like the natural lashes. I'm talking about like because there's some people. I saw some girls that were there with like lashes, eyeshadow, and
then they can't see you.
They can't see the real you.
Yeah. They want to know who you are.
Yes.
And that's the biggest thing.
They even said it, remember? They were like, just in your song, be yourself.
Right.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Don't be so serious. Well, it's the happiest place on earth.
Yeah.
Happiness. Bring it to the audition room.
Not fake, not like character-y, but just you being happy, being like enjoying the song. You don't have to be set on like who your character is going to be. They're going to place you. So you don't have to be like trying to be one character you think you're going to be cast as. Oh, be confident. Last audition, I was like, this is my last chance. Gotta get this. So I got myself a coach. I did it, and I went with so much confidence, and I was like, I don't care what the results are. I know that I nailed it and I feel good, and that's all I cared about, and I booked that. And that's honestly the best feeling. If you do get nervous, that really does happen. Like, yes. I've been nervous the 3 other times that I was there. Yeah. But you fake it. You fake that you're not nervous. You're just like into the character. You're into like the song that you're singing. It's not an easy gig to get. So you want to up your chances because the competition is unreal. Yeah. And not to intimidate you. If this is what you really want to do, just keep trying and just keep taking classes and voice lessons and learning more about the art itself, and you might get lucky someday. I'm not saying that we're the greatest and we got the part because we're the best. It's like, it just happened. It just happened. We got lucky. And we also worked hard to get here, and the opportunity and luck kind of collided and everything just happened. Just stay hopeful if you don't hear anything back. There's always like spots opening up.
It's usually always the same casting directors for the same things. So if they keep seeing you, they're like, okay, she's dedicated. Yeah. Okay, she wants to be here.
Keep improving and stuff.
Exactly. And honestly, It is a time to kind of just meet people and get connections, and because
That's true.
honestly, I don't know what I would have done if I didn't meet you, because it was nice to like message her on Instagram and be like, hey, did you hear anything?
Yeah. If you guys have any other questions about like the audition process or whatever, just let me know. Comment down below. You know what to do. Boo. Thanks, Cheyenne, for joining me.
For having me.
Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope this video was very helpful.
Come visit us at Disney. We can't tell you where we're at, but find us.
Yeah, maybe you could do a scavenger hunt.
Scavenger hunt. Follow me on Instagram, Cheyenne Isabel.
Follow her on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Bye.
Bye.